Welcome everyone. So it would be the seventh part of our gvim journey, the tutorials which I have made. Lots of videos, right? But there are so many features in gvim which had to be covered. Hence, this would be the seventh part. Previous tutorial, part 6, covered a very important feature of gvim called visual mode. If you haven't seen it, go ahead because this is very important. And today's session would be very interesting in terms of various different features of gvim which I am going to demo today. So I hope you are going to learn and also enjoy watching. Okay, so if you remember in our first tutorial, I told you about uh, split screen of gvim. We know how can we split the screen horizontally or vertically. So let me just go back or give you a quick review. How do we do it for an for the files? So for example, if we just run gvim and we give a -o option and give here, you know, files. So it can be new file or existing file. It doesn't matter. Okay. So let's just give I don't know, F1 and F2 for now, and ampersand just for the background of gvim. So here -o will open these f1 and f2 in the same gvim window, split it horizontally. So I'll show you. So let's try. So you can see there is a horizontal split in between, and the top file is called f1. As you can see in the black headline, the top is f1 and the bottom is f2. These two files are open. Okay. This I covered already in the class 1, but still I would like to give you a uh, quick background so that we cover some more topics related to this. Okay, so this is F1 and this is F2. So there are ways to close. So either you close this cross button here, or you can say file exit. If you do file exit or cross button, it will delete or sorry, not delete but close both the files f1 and f2. Right now there is no changes. We have not really done any modification, right? So it will be closed directly. One way is that. Second way is you do our traditional colon q or colon q bang to quit the or close the file, but then you have to do it one by one. So here, as you can see, the top is currently I am on file number 1. As you can see, if you click your mouse on the first section, the top section of this gvim, that you are on the first file f1. If you click on the second one, so you can see I am on file number 2 now, because it is just you can control the switching from one file to another by simply clicking a mouse. But there are another ways also of switching from one window to another. I will tell in coming minutes. So okay, so for example, let me click on the first one. So I am on file number 1, and now I am already in the command mode by default, you know. So I do q, so I do colon, and then you can see here colon and then q bang. But this colon q bang is applicable only for file number 1. So let's check. So you can see the file number 1 has been f1 has been closed. Now it's only file 2 which is left. So we again run q bang. That's how you can close both the files. Similarly, you can use capital O for same file, and this time I will open file f1 and f2 uh, in vertical split. As you can see, this time both the files are there, but they are splitted vertically in the same window, right? So right now, and you can see at the bottom it says f1, the left is f1, right is f2. Okay, so I am on f1, so I can again do q bang on f1, and f1 is closed. Now it is f2, and again do q bang f2. F2 is also closed. Okay. This is something I already covered in the previous tutorial, but just wanted to give you a quick recap. Now, okay, so we know it. That's good. But I would like to touch upon a different aspect of gvim. What I will do is I will simply open one file, let's say F1. This can be another situation or scenario. So I open F1. This is F1, as you can see. Good. Let's say I'm working on this file, and all of a sudden I want to also check or review another file F2. Okay, and you can simply go to your Unix terminal and run gvim F2, but that would again open another file for you, another gvim window. But let's say I want to save my time and I want to open the F2 even in the same gvim where F1 is also present. I also want to check F2. So what you can do is you can write here colon, and for so I will open this F2 in the same gvim, this time as horizontally splitted. So in order to do the horizontal split, I will simply write colon sp, and then I will give the file path or of F2. And F2 is present in the current working directory, so you can simply type F2. Okay, colon sp and then F2. Okay, type. Now you hit enter, and do you see that F2 is also opened? But always remember, by default, the split of the second file, which is the latest file, will go up. The F2 is on the top, okay, and F1 is in the bottom, okay. So this is fine. You don't need to worry. You can also, you see this, there's a uh, s- middle horizontal split, right? F2. You can click the mouse, left button, left click mouse, and you can drag also the window sizes like this or that. If you want to adjust your uh, viewing area, you can do that by just simply dragging like that. Okay, so let's make it center. That's not a problem. Okay, so this is how you can open F2. Now you are on F2. So for example, because you can see your mouse is on F2, you click here, and if I want to uh, again split this window of F2 by opening a third file, and this time I will not split horizontal, but I will split vertically for this window. So so that means there is another, so there will be a partition here like this. I am showing you in the cursor, and another file will open. Maybe this file will be here, and maybe another file will come here. So let's try that. So this time I will do colon. And if I do SP, it would be horizontal split, but I want to do a vertical split. So this time I am going to do VSP, vertical split. Okay, and let's open the new file F3. Okay, and enter. So what do you see? The third file F3 has been opened, but it has been vertically splitted by F2. So F2 got shifted on the right, and new file again, as a default behavior, would come on the left. Just like in horizontal split, it came on the top. It came in the vertical split, it will come on the left by default. So now you see, and this is a partition. You can also drag your window from here and here if you want, and here also if you want. Okay, so you can see one gvim has opened three windows, and how easy it is, right? How flexible it is. All you need to do is you can click in this section or this section or this section. For example, if you want to edit file F2, you click on the mouse here. Now you're here, right? You can see. Now you, because this is all command mode, so you have to be in insert mode. So you can type small o, which will go to the insert mode in the new line. And here you can see insert mode, and you can type hello again, or hello, this is F2, right? F2, and you have to be on this window. And now being in this window, just press escape and then you do colon to save it. W, Q, W, not Q, Q will quit. So W, bang. So look, F2 has been written. So this means F2 is saved. So this is so easy. You can go here and do something else. Let's delete this end here, double D, right? And then you do colon W, bang, and you save F3. So one window, and you can simply edit more than one file. So this was something I would like to tell you. Okay, now I will give you another feature or another way of switching from one window to another. For example, you are on the first window. Okay, okay, and you and let's see how can we move from one window to another without mouse click. So all you need to do is you have to do Control W. So try Control W. You have to do Control W and then you use arrow keys. So now I will use a right arrow. Look, I went to second window by clicking the right arrow. Okay, and now again do Control W and go and do the bottom arrow. So you can see you have gone to the third window. So this is another way of switching from one window to another. You simply use Control W and then use the arrow signs left, right, up, down to switch from one window to another. But you have to every time press Control W and then arrow sign so that you can switch from one window to another. So this is also a good feature. Okay. So yeah, this is how you can move from one window to another, and I hope you have understood the concept. Okay. Now, because I am already in this mode, I would also like to tell you something in this mode. So let me just make this window bigger. Okay. So for example, I'm on line number. I'm on file 3, right here, file 3, and I would like to copy this line called thanks paste to file F2, right? It's you know something about it, but it's not exactly all you know is you can copy and paste in the same window, but this time I'm talking here copy this line but paste in another file. How fascinating it is. So how can you do? So you remember the previous video which tutorial number 6 where I talked about visual mode. So we enable the visual mode and copy this line, select this line, only this line. So in order to enable the line visual mode, you have to use Control V. So I write Control V, right? Control V. Control V is for block, right? So we do capital V. So it would be Shift V. So Shift V has selected me this line, right? So it's up to me also. I mean, I could have used Control V and then selected the entire line. It's up to me. But what is the objective here? Objective here is there to select that line. So I have selected this line by Shift V, right? Now this line is selected. How do we copy the line? So in order to copy the line, I have to use the yank command called Y. So I press Y. So this line has been copied. But I don't want to paste here. I will paste here. So I'll go to the window number 2, which is F2, like here, right here on this line. Now I will type P for paste. And paste is it will always be pasted in the new line. So you can see that I copied from this window and pasted it in another window. And let's save this file F2 because this has not been saved yet, right? So let's save it by colon W, bang. This is it. So just knowing visual mode is good, but if you know how to split windows and then copy from or cut from one line, one file and paste to another, or copy from one file and paste to another, and many more features you can implement by this method. I hope this is something new for you and you have learned something new and interesting. Okay. So I wanted to talk about this feature specifically. Okay, one more thing I would tell. So for example, you are in bottom window, which is at file 1, right? So I will split here. I will split vertical VSP, but this time I will open a new file. So let's call a new file called F. I don't know. So give some random name. So I will give F100 for example. This is a new file. Look. So even the new file can be opened. So this time a new file F100 has been opened, vertically splitted to towards you know, vertically splitted on the left side of F1. This is F100. So now if I type something, I can type I insert mode. You can see insert here, and I can say this is new file F100, and now press escape and colon W, save it. All file, all four files are there now. You can split, you can even align it like that to view. But yeah, this is it. Okay, because I have nothing to do, so I will simply do file exit or to quit all the four windows together. Or colon QA is to QA is to exit all the files together. Colon Q is only for quitting one file, but colon QA is all to quit all the files. Okay, so let me open file F1 again. I'm here. Okay, this is my gvim, right? As you can see. What I will do, I have more ways to open more files in the same window. What is that way? What you can do is you can write colon and then you use EX. Okay, colon EX and hit enter. Look, so colon EX has given you this particular uh, mode of selection. So on the bottom, you can just click any file to open. So for example, if I click F100, which I just created recently, double click on the mouse, or you can even use bottom arrow and go to F100 and hit enter. And you can see this time I have opened F100, but you see that F1 is gone, only F100 has come. Okay, I will give you one more feature of gvim, which is very interesting one. So for example, this file has how many lines? One, two, three, four, 5 lines. Okay, a small one, right? This is a small file. But assume you have a file with 1,000 lines and you want to, uh, let's say you want to save some lines from one file to another. How can you do that? So it's very simple. So for example, if I want to save line number 1, 2, and 3 in a new file or another file, how can I do? It's very simple, but it's a interesting feature. So if we are in command mode, you do s colon and then you type line number 1, give a line range to line number 3, 1 colon, comma 3, you have to give a comma in between, and then type a W. W is to write, and then here you will say new file, for example, but otherwise it will overwrite the existing file. So I will say file 111. Okay, so just see the syntax. Line number 1 to 3, write to a file F111. Hit enter, right? So line so F311 has been created with these three lines. Line number 1, 2, 3. How can you check? Let's try to check with mm, horizontal split. F111. Enter. So you can see F11 has been created. 111 has been created with 3 lines, right? So let's just exit the file number 111. This is how you can uh, write to a new file. Um, I hope you are clear with this. Okay. I'll give you one more example. This is also new. So for example, you have a file, but and this file also has some path. So what I will do, I will create. Let's just go to my Unix shell. Okay, I will create a file in slash temp, a path slash temp. Call it my file. Okay, touch means create a 0 byte file in this path. Okay, done. Type something also inside this file. So I will say echo hello, for example, and just write into this file temp tmp. I'm sorry, tmp my file. Okay, how can you check whether it is written or not? Very simple. You can write get command, get slash tmp my file. You can see it is file is existing and you can see the content. Okay, this is the file. Let me copy this file with the path. Now I go back to my gvim, as you can see. So just type here enter. In the new line I will say I am going to paste that line, that file name. Okay, so how can you paste? You can do edit paste. Okay, look, this file path has come in this f1 file. Now save this file w bang. Okay, now what was the topic? Topic is I would like to uh, I would like to open this file temp my file. Okay, how can I open this file? From this window, from this gvim. It's very simple. If your cursor needs to be on this line wherever this file path is present. Okay, like this, and just write a command called gf, go file. Gf is a short form of go to the file. So I type gf now, gf, and you can see as soon as I open click gf, my file has been opened. Right, do a control o to go back to the main file, control o. So control o will get you to the main file. Now can I open this temp my file in new tab? Answer is yes, it can. But before new tab, I will also show you how to open this file, temp my file into a split window. So you can do control WF together. Okay, so control WF. So if you type control plus W plus F, you will see that the new file, oh sorry, that file temp my file has been opened in a splitted window. It's a horizontal split, and the bottom is your original file. So let's go back to the next topic, which is hmm, another topic would be how to write something into the main file. So for example, this is our file, right? And I want to write the content of temp file into this main file. How can I do? Okay, so it's very simple. You can do colon and then you write a read command R and give here the file path temp my file and hit enter. You can see the entry of temp my file has been written into this file. This is how you can write into the main file. This is also very important and good feature, right? Okay, interesting. So let's just save this content. I will give another feature, which is how to execute a Unix command directly from the gvim. What you can do is you can open a new file, for example, uh, 200, just giving you an example, right here. And in this file, I can now do colon, percentage bang, and ls. So I got all the entries directly into this file. And also we can do, let's say I'm here, okay. Let's try something different. So I will do this time I will do colon percent bang, and this time I will write a command called Unix command called sort, and sort another file. Let's say I will sort file F2. Okay, and enter. And what do you see? That the file F2, sorted file F2 content has been now printed into this file F200. It always overrides the previous contents, but it's okay. You can simply, it's very simple that you want to have a sorted file content into the new file, then this feature is very, very helpful and very handy, as you can see, right? Now just save this file, and this is it. So these are some pretty cool features I demonstrated today, and I hope you loved all these new cool features of gvim. If you have not known about these features, you have learned it today. And this is it for today, guys. Thanks for watching it.